Hello everybody, I'm NightCirc and welcome to episode 4 of our Minecraft 1.19 survival Let's Play series. In our last episode, we built this enchantment room, collected some diamonds, and got ourselves some enchantments. We also failed pretty hard at conquering the Bastion. But at the end of that video, I asked a serious question on what we should have the difficulty be for the remainder of this series. So far this whole series, I've had the difficulty set to hard, and last episode I ended up dying 3 times in the Bastion, so I set the difficulty to peaceful so I can retrieve my loot. But I asked you what we should do with the difficulty from here on out. There were a lot of responses on that question, but most responses were saying I should leave the difficulty where I want to. What I'm going to do from here on out is leave the difficulty on hard, but if there is a challenge that's too difficult for me, I will lower the difficulty to possibly normal or possibly easy, but I will not be putting the difficulty on peaceful again. I've also been getting comments asking for the seed of this world, and there is the seed and there is our coordinates. For anyone who wants to play along or wants to see this world for themselves and possibly create a base of their own. The plan for today's episode, first off, I want to branch off in that direction just a little bit and make a drop all the way down to -59, because that is the lowest level before you hit bedrock. I also want to expand our base a little bit, making kind of like an outer path along this side. And down there, I think I want to get a farmland going. We are now on episode 4 and we still do not have any sort of farm. So I will be making a wheat, carrot, and potato farm down there. We are also going to be building a little temple. First things first, I want to go to the nether to get some soul sand, just so I can make a water elevator for my way up from when we're down at the very bottom. I did get so much useful information from all of you about how to conquer the Bastion, or even useful information about my confusions about our XP farm. So I do want to say thank you for all of that information. I want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. It seriously is amazing, and the support you all have given me since I've started this channel and this series has been just crazy, and I truly am thankful for it. I would spend more time saying thank you, but we need to get into this episode, and we need some kelp for our water elevator that we're going to be needing to build. I'm going to branch out in this direction just a little bit. This efficiency 4 pickaxe makes digging out these rooms so much easier. I'm going to make one side a spot where I can just drop straight down, and then I will have one side a spot where I will have the water elevator to make my way up. We have a geode right on our way down. I'm not going to be doing anything with the geode now, but it is right under our base, and we can definitely come back to this at a later point. We are now 1 block above bedrock. Now this side is going to be the side with the water elevator, so I will be putting a soul sand there. And then on this side, we will just have a water bucket, so when we're up there, we can just fall and land right in there. Now I just need to build my way back up, and then I'll go through placing kelp and the water, and we will be good. Now I just drop way down here. And now I just need to get in here and fill this whole thing up all with kelp. Uh-oh. Oh gosh, okay. We're so close. Oh my gosh. And we are now good to go. And there, that is our dropper all the way down to -59. Now, I do think next episode, we might actually be making a nice mine shaft all the way down here, just clearing out this entire area. But for now, we will leave this as it is. Next thing I want to do is actually make this into like an actual room, continuing this hall. And then I also want to branch out in this direction, kind of making a little bit of a path on the outside, going kind of down there and also over there. our drop room and the expansion path of our base is now complete. So first off, you walk down this direction and then we got our little drop spot for where we are going to have our mine shaft. The design is just like the rest of the base, just going with the dark oak and the spruce with some lanterns as lighting. I'm going to leave this like this. I do plan on expanding through here sometime, but for now, if we turn this direction, we have our pathway. We got the wall retainer that we used up there, and I kind of copied that down here just at a smaller scale. I have a couple of ladders. I believe I have 3 of them through this entire stairway, but it just goes down with the slabs. Then we got a ladder right here. Then we can wrap it around this direction. I do think eventually I will be doing something with this waterfall, so right now I kind of want to just leave that how it is. If we go straight this direction, this is where our skeleton XP farm is. The spawner's right in there, and then right in here is where we wait. Also, another project eventually is I will be making this into its own little room, probably using the same design as this, but for now we will leave it as is. If we take a left right here, we do have a nice stairway, and right here we have another one of those ladders, but this stairway goes all the way down to right here, which will be like the top part. This is what our base looks like from this angle. I could do what I did there right here, which is probably what I'm going to have to do. I think that could make it look a lot better. And the next thing I want to do is go down into where our mine shaft is going to be. If you have any ideas on how I can add to make this better, whether it's this part or one of the lower parts, please be sure to let me know down in the comments. I want to use a lot of your ideas through this entire series, and a lot of you come up with some good ideas to help improve this world. But the next thing I want to do is go down and look for some diamonds, because our workhorse pickaxe is almost all the way gone. Since we have Fortune 3 on this pickaxe, even if we just find a couple, we should be good. Finally, diamonds! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 diamonds. I am very happy with that, especially when this is how far we went. 5 diamonds turned into 10, which isn't the best, but it is double what we would have had. Next thing I want to do is work on the subscriber temple, which will be where I put your name if I use one of your ideas in the Let's Play. I'll write your name and what the idea was. But before we do that, I do want to have Silk Touch, so I'm going to get some experience in order to enchant my 3rd diamond pickaxe with Silk Touch. Thank you for the tips on the XP farm. We are now level 34, and all I want is to get a Silk Touch enchantment on my diamond pickaxe. Here we go, testing out our very first enchantment. We do have Unbreaking 3, so I am going to take this and hopefully we'll get Silk Touch. Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 4. I think what I'm going to do is disenchant this pickaxe and keep this as the workhorse pickaxe, just because it also has Unbreaking 3 instead of a unnecessary fortune. There we go. Silk Touch, Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3. There is no way. These 2 pickaxes are the best base 30 level enchantments that you can get. Silk Touch will be good for a lot of things, but the reason I want Silk Touch right now is just so we can get some grass blocks to place some grass blocks down in the cave. Now what I want to build is the subscriber temple, which I think I might just clear out this rock right here and have the subscriber temple go right there. Let's get to clearing this out and working on the temple. Thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. I'll continue to do my best on each video, and your support seriously does mean a lot to me. Now, sadly, this clip right here, the replay mod, does break a little bit for me as it ends pretty much right before I'm done digging this out, but this is what we got. And here is our temple. Now, temple is kind of a weird word for it just because of how it is, just because it's underground, so I didn't see too much point in putting walls, and just making the outside would have looked very wonky, but this is what we got. Now, I got this idea from 2 comments pretty much, and one of the comments said build it in a tree, but when it said tree, for whatever reason, I thought it said temple, so that's kind of where I got the idea to build it like this. And in the other comment, it said build it like a garden, so I kind of mixed up those 2 ideas, and this is what we got. Right here, I have space for 29 different signs, and basically, as I've said this whole series, I want this to be a very interactive series, and if you have anything you want me to build or do in this series, please be sure to let me know in in the comments. If I do use one of your ideas, I will write your name on the sign like I will do right now. There we go. We got Prokilla and Bugs, and this is kind of what I took from their 2 comments. Now, usually I probably will just put one person per idea, but since I kind of mixed the 2 of their ideas, I decided to put them both down. Also, please be sure to be pretty creative with these ideas, because some ideas I will not put you on the wall for, like if you comment to go explore a village, but it's something that I already was going to do. I already have a couple really cool ideas, like one of them is build a gunpowder farm, and the build is going to be inside a creeper head using my actual head. When I get around to that, I will put the person's name up who created that idea. So if you have any ideas for this Let's Play, please be sure to let me know down in the comments. Next up, I want to get working on clearing out this area and kind of making it all flat land, but like with slight layers going up, and making it all grass and all dirt, just so I can clear out a very nice space for some farmland. And this is probably going to take a little while for me, but it probably only will take maybe a minute in the video, and that will be where we have farms. And today we probably will just have wheat farms and carrot farms and potato farms, but then sometime in the future I would like to get some animals down here, and we can get some cow and sheep farms going on down here. I hope you like the subscriber temple, the subscriber garden, and without further ado, let's get on with terraforming this land and creating a farmland. Got for where our farmland is going to be. As you can probably tell, I've really been liking the walls that we've been doing throughout the series, and this is what we got. Now, first off, I have been finding a fair amount of slimes that just spawn here. I think we might be in a slime chunk, or it could be because there's so much open space. I really do not know, but basically my plan for this area right here is all of this will be wheat and potatoes, and then up at this top part, I want to have this top part be where we have animals. Possibly in a future episode, I'll take the stairway from there and just bring it kind of down here so I can bring animals down here, and then we can have cows and sheep. And we now have a lot of different stones. The 3 chests that I have up in my storage room are now completely filled. I am so low on food, I've been living off of eating the kelp, which I didn't even know was a food source until Dallas Med in his newest video was talking about it, and that's where this came from. I do need to start planting the wheat. I have a ton of bones so I can make bone meal, just so I can bone meal the seeds and get our farm off to a very fast start, just because I am insanely low on food. Is what we got for our farm. I set up these lampposts right here to give us some light. I could have made them just a little bit higher just so like my head's like not right at the lantern, but I didn't want the light to be too far away from the ground. And as you can see, some spots with lights do not have the little lampposts, and I did that just because I thought that if I had too many lampposts it could actually take away from the build. Also, I do want to add some scarecrows in here, but I do not believe we have pumpkins. I am now completely out of food. There is no food left in the chest, so we definitely need to get this farm going. I have all of these bones here for bone meal, so I am just going to bone meal the heck out of these plants, and I will see you when we got this entire farm covered. There we go. All of our crops are now planted. I have wheat on these first 2 layers, and then I have potatoes on this top layer. I think I might make this layer carrots when I do get carrots, but for now, this is what we got. And I finally have the ability to have food. There we go, 51 pieces of bread. It took us way too long to get our very first farm going, but I'm happy we got it now. Please be sure to let me know what you think of this farm. If there are any ways I can help with the lamppost or the pathway or any of the setup, please be sure to let me know. There is always room for improvement, and if there's something you don't like, please be sure to let me know so I can try and fix it and make it look better. Also, while I was doing all of the digging for these 2 areas, I did enchant a shovel, and I did get efficiency 4 on the shovel. Fortune 3 is okay for a shovel, I guess. Fortune 3 for a shovel pretty much means when you mine gravel, you get flint like every single time, but the efficiency 4 really is what I wanted. I will throw up a before and after picture on our farm. It was a lot of digging, and I think the before and after picture is going to make it just look even more crazy. Just this entire episode was a lot of digging. I do plan on expanding this outwards, just lowering this grass platform and carrying it all around on this underneath side of our cave. Eventually, I want to get an entire city going with a bunch of different houses and have villagers down here. But we are still very early on in this series, and I think we are making quite a nice amount of progress. And that is going to be it for today's episode. Thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I really hope you did enjoy. If you did, please consider subscribing and please consider leaving a like. I really hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video.